Irving debuts a new playground.
It's just a good feeling to put something out here that kids are going to enjoy.
See some of the improvements at Center Park and hear what people think of the changes.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's out here cheering each other on.
This is tons of fun.
A statewide parks conference brings some interesting competitions to the city. See those and some of the newest trends in parks across the state. Plus, a new place people can find to work out, a potential summer job for some young people, and find out the goal of a brand new therapy garden. This is City Source. Irving residents may qualify for help buying a first home. Hello and welcome to City Source. I'm Thomas Gandy. That story's coming up later. But first, the city of Irving debuted a new playground at Center Park. It opened just in time for spring break, and we got a look at some of the attractions. This is part of our series of reports called Investing in Our Future. Looks like 2-year-old Matthew Quintero is not quite sure where to start.
He's never seen a park like this.
This is the new playground at Irving Center Park. The sight of it caught his parents by surprise.
Oh yeah, I was telling my wife, I go, hey, that's brand new.
Justin Quintero figured his boy would like this slide, but Matthew has other ideas, and that's okay. Because this structure has a lot of options to capture imaginations, it's designed for children up to age 5.
We want to put something out there that's new and exciting because kids, man, that's what they want. We've incorporated the shade. This didn't have any shade the last time.
You know, in Texas in July and August, it gets really, really hot out here. It keeps the temperature down on the products where the kids are playing, so it's not as hot for them to touch.
It can also protect the equipment so it will last longer. Then, over here is an area designed for 5 to 12-year-olds. It reflects what the city says is a new trend in playgrounds. No set paths here.
But you can come at it over those climbers there, you can go around and come on. And then what this also does is it's inclusive play.
There are also swings, and this feature called a sky runner.
It turns, and they can run and spin, see how the light it refracts through there, and now you've got 2 different types of play. You've got something cool on the ground that they can stand in and let the color come over them, and then they can hang here and turn.
All of this new gear replaces this equipment that was 20 years old. It was still safe, but showing signs of wear and age. The biggest issue was the rubber surface on the ground.
Some of the tiles had started to lip up, causing a trip hazard. There was sand here. Sand works into that rubber, the composite rubber tiles, and it makes it firm.
As our crews captured the progress of construction, you can see wood chips moving in. They are less expensive to maintain than the rubber surface, and as we saw once the playground opened, they still provide for a soft landing.
Come here, Papas. Slide?
By the way, it took a little more guidance, but Matthew got the hang of the slide. They'll be back at this playground.
I love seeing him smile.
And more improvements are planned at this park. Preliminary drainage work is underway at the tennis court in advance of a full resurfacing.
It's lived its life. It's time to redo that.
For now, plenty of people are checking out what is new. About $150,000 in improvements paid for with federal community development block grant funds.
It needed an upgrade. It needed a little bit something more, and I think we've given it to them.
And here's more to show you. There are new additions at Sunrise Park on East Union Bower Road. Crews are installing 9 pieces of new workout equipment, and people are already starting to use them. They are all located along a recently installed concrete trail. The new resistance-based equipment is in 3 sections, one for the core, another for lower body, and there's one for upper body. It replaces older, rusting equipment that was really pretty simple, such as a basic pull-up bar. Along with the new workout equipment, the park also has new water fountains that will automatically shut off in freezing temperatures. Previously, parks employees had to check each water fountain anytime freezing temperatures are forecast. And as was the case with what we showed you at Center Park, these improvements are also paid for with community development block grant funds. More parks news now, and an event that brought fireworks, crowds, and competition to Irving. It's a conference for Parks Department employees across the state, and we covered a lot of the action. They're the competitions you probably never knew existed.
There's a backpack blower competition,
The truck and trailer.
irrigation assembly.
I was in a nail driving competition.
The people taking part here at the Irving Soccer Complex
Competitors from all over the state.
are the best at what they do.
They qualify at regionals and they get an opportunity to come and compete here at the state level.
This is an obstacle course that participants navigate on a riding lawnmower. But where do they practice these skills?
These guys do this every day, and that's why they reach this level of the state rodeos, because they do it over and over again.
The competitors all work for city parks departments, and they are here in Irving taking on these challenges as part of the annual Institute for TRAPS, or the Texas Recreation and Park Society. Irving is hosting it this year.
We all try to do the best we can.
Check out this backhoe competition.
Pretty much got to be pretty gentle with it.
Imagine the precision it must take to pick up 3 kettlebells and put them down in just the right spots.
Coordination and low experience helps.
With awards and bragging rights on the line, there are some friendly rivalries.
I would like to say no, but yes. You always want to beat your fellow cities.
It's more about the rivalries, trying to get that overall city trophy, take it back to our director.
The headquarters for the TRAPS Expo are here, the Irving Convention Center.
So right over here, we've actually got a restroom company. We've also got some fun playground equipment over there.
Jasmine Lee has that perfect vantage point from the top of a play structure standing in the middle of a park built in the exhibit hall just for this event.
And this park was actually built on site in a matter of hours by our Parks and Recreation Department, along with the assistance of a few of our favorite vendors.
We've got a new product out called the Expression Swing.
The vendors are looking for customers. The owner of Total Recreation Products says this is his hottest item.
The mother or the parent can actually swing with their child across from them and make eye contact. We have actually not been able to make them quick enough.
Betty Arnett's business is helping cities, including Irving, get in the holiday spirit.
All these little towns that you go through and you see those little Santas and Christmas trees on light poles, somebody's got to do it, so we like to do that.
Like kids at Christmas time, people checking out the exhibit hall are making their wish lists for their cities.
My purchase card would not have enough room on it to buy all the things that I've seen so far.
I've been looking at some pool product things, some rec lighting things. That's one of the hottest things that I've seen that's been going on right now is the transition to the LED lighting.
And for those large-scale projects such as new buildings, Half Associates is using virtual reality.
You actually get in there and you can experience the project. You can see it, you can move around in it, especially council members, elected officials, folks that are decision makers. It's a great tool for them.
That's pretty cool, man.
TRAPS also features classes here at the Convention Center and across Irving. Our crew went along on a tour of the Campion Trail for city parks directors, trail planners, and others.
They were impressed with everything. The width of the trail, the condition of it, because it's been under flooding for months. They liked all the pavilions and the architecture that we've done.
Tour goers asked a lot of questions, and they may be able to take what they learn back to their own cities.
It feels great to do that, and something that makes you proud to show that, and people were interested.
It's the kind of networking and knowledge brought out at all of the week's events.
The great thing about the Institute is it kind of shows the diversity of parks and recreation.
The park employees do a lot. They do anything and everything under the sun.
It's a profession celebrated and an institute capped off with fireworks at the Convention Center, all meant to create another lasting memory of their time in Irving.
I think we've pulled off a really good event.
We have more of those fireworks at the end of today's show. Also, we want to note that in the competition you saw, Irving Parks employee Chuck Chambers won second place in the category of plant and weed identification. That conference also featured a tree planting at a storm-damaged park. If you missed that report on tree planting on the last City Source, catch it at youtube.com/thecityofirving. And how about giving it a thumbs up while you're there? The City of Irving's Parks and Recreation Department is looking for lifeguards. Every March, the aquatics team starts hiring about 80 people to work for the season at the city's pools and aquatic centers. In addition to those seasonal spots, there are sometimes permanent jobs. Applicants must be at least 16 and have a current American Red Cross lifeguard certificate. Applications are available on the city website, and Aquatics Supervisor Lynn Harper has more information at 972-721-2718. In today's Crime Fighters, the search for suspects in a string of armed robberies. Police shared video from stores on North MacArthur Boulevard. In this clip, all looks calm at first, but if you look closely, you can see a knife in the suspect's hand. A clerk hands over cash from 2 registers, and the robber makes his getaway. You can see in these other clips the armed robberies happened at other locations as well. If you have information, call 972-273-1010 or email ipdcrimetips@cityofirving.org, and that's how you can be a City Source crime fighter. Crime victims can often have a tough time recovering. That can be especially true for young victims. Irving's Family Advocacy Center has a new resource to help. City Source reporter Susan Kamyab got a tour.
They're coordinated in such a way that they're in harmony.
These guests are getting their first look at this space that's more than a play area. It's a therapy garden, which is meant to heal rather than entertain.
The equipment that you see here is designed for kids to have fun. The kind of fun that they have is also healing. They learn to work through their anxieties and fears in play.
Irving's Family Advocacy Center just unveiled the therapy garden to help preteens who have been traumatized through abuse. The different activities set up in the therapy garden will help kids work through their stress.
So you can see several things around: musical instruments, sandboxes, a place to put on plays, and then a place to have artwork.
They can actually paint on both sides. Both sides. So that they can do a family drawing together.
I see. The NEC president is getting his first look at the garden his company made possible.
Oh, nice creativity there. It's warm, again, very warm, and you see bright light, and yeah, love it, love it.
NEC, Corporation of America, which has a foundation and they give grants, provided the grant money to do what you see here.
I think it's important for the company to be, always thinking how to contribute to the community, and this is like a good example, how we can be a part of this. We really appreciate what they do, and it's a great pride for all our employees to be part of that.
In addition to the therapy garden, the grant also allowed the Family Advocacy Center to purchase a zero-gravity chair. The chair is designed to help victims reach a peaceful state of mind.
For student training and student supervision, this is a game changer for us.
Though this center does a lot to assist victims, a great part of its success is due to the help of donors. Volunteers help build some of the new garden.
Community involvement is the most important asset that we have. Community awareness is the most important thing. And the more that the community, both the business community and the citizens and the residents of Irving know about domestic violence and abuse, the better off the families will be.
For us, keeping a community to be the great place to live is very, very important.
The Family Advocacy Center continues to provide a number of ways to treat families who've been traumatized by abuse or victims of crime.
I'm glad this can be a good model for any other communities.
Susan Kamyab for City Source.
Election news now. We have an updated list of the candidates that will be on the May ballot. The update comes after a court order prompted the addition of a name and a redrawing of the order in which the names will appear on the ballot. For mayor, it's small business owner Christy Weaver Pena, Rick Stouffer, who lists his occupation as retired, doctoral student and consultant Elvia Espino, and J.C. Gonzalez, who is in finance and banking. Current mayor Beth Van Dyne is not seeking re-election. In single-member District Place 3, incumbent Dennis Webb is running unopposed. He is a pastor. In single-member District Place 5, J. Oscar Ward is seeking another term. He lists his occupation as retired. Also on the ballot, business owner Abdel El Hassan. Here are some dates to keep in mind. Early voting runs April 24th through May 2nd. Election Day is May 6th. The City Secretary's office can answer election questions. That number is 972-721-2493. Irving has a program that can help first-time home buyers. Financial assistance is provided in the form of 0% interest, deferred, forgivable loans. Those funds can help pay for down payment and closing costs of a home in Irving. People interested must first attend an orientation class and meet qualifications set by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. The next class is on Friday, April 7th. To sign up, call 972-721-4800. There is also more information at cityofirving.org/567. This program, using federal funds, is offered through the city's Planning and Community Development Department. Springtime is always busy for special events, and we have a few to highlight. More than 20,000 Easter eggs will be available for kids aged 10 or younger at the citywide egg hunt. The Easter Bunny, a petting zoo, and crafts are among the attractions. It's all on April 8th, starting at 9:30 a.m. There are different hunts for each age group, so for the specifics, check out irvingevents.com. The celebration of culture and art known as Canal Fest is set to return to the Las Colinas Urban Center. People will have the chance to enjoy food, music, and more along the Mandalay Canal. The event is free to get in, but parking in the area runs $10. Canal Fest is Saturday, April 22nd from 2 until 8 p.m.
Say hi. Say hi to the camera.
Another event is all about your four-legged friends. Pet Palooza celebrates the anniversary of the Animal Care Campus. Vendors, entertainers, and more come out to join the celebration. Free child ID kits, free pet microchips, low-cost vaccinations, and $5 pet adoptions are among the other attractions. Pet Palooza is Saturday, April 1st from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. at the Animal Care Campus. It has limited parking, so organizers are offering shuttles from Sanmar Distribution right around the corner at 4701 Northview Drive. The event is free. And with that, it's time for our Pets of the Week. JP Zavala is at the Animal Care Campus.
We're at the Animal Care Campus with Michael Whiteside. And Michael, who's this big guy?
This is Troy. He's about 2 years old. He's a shepherd mix. Looking at the ears, you probably think he might have a little Shar-Pei maybe in him as well. He's a really active guy, but he's a lot of fun to be around.
He seems to be really friendly too, though.
Yeah, he's extremely friendly. He was out in the lobby on Saturday when we had a lot of people coming through, and he just wanted to meet everybody and say hi to them. And he was actually brought into us as an owner surrender. They said that he liked to escape, but as it turns out, they actually kept him outside all the time. So, he was probably just looking to get in the house. But he's definitely going to need a family, that has, either a yard that they can let him run around in, or that goes for walks or runs and, gets him the exercise that he needs.
He'd be a great pet to, like you said, take out for a run and for a walk, because, he seems to be a very active dog.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, he seems to be good with other animals. The previous owner did note that he was good with cats. I think he's just going to be a good all-around family pet, that'll definitely keep you on your toes and get you some exercise, get him some exercise, and he'll just be super friendly for everybody.
All right, Michael, and this is Penny.
Yeah, this is Penny. She's a little unnerved. She actually is deaf, so you have to be a little extra careful with her, but she is a really, really sweet girl. She's just not sure what to think about the camera right now. She's definitely going to need to go to a home without other dogs, and most likely without kids. And that's mainly because they don't really know not to come up behind her and catch her off guard, because she can't hear them coming. And so she, that's something that just needs to be kept in mind by any adopter, that, she's kind of going to need a lot of special care because she can't hear. And so it makes a big difference when she can't hear you coming up behind her. So anyway, she's a sweetheart of a dog. We're not really sure what kind of mix she is, but she's beautiful and she's really friendly. Like I said, you just have to kind of be a little more cautious around her because she can't hear you.
All right, Michael, and this is?
This is Beauty. She is about 1.5 years old. She's a really active girl. She is some sort of pit bull mix. Obviously, you can see she's got a really long, squat body. She's really, really sweet, but she does have a lot of energy. So again, she's gonna need somebody that has either a yard or that exercises regularly. She does like to chew, so she'll definitely need some Kong toys or something, that can really keep her occupied. But she is crate trained. She knows very well how to go in and out of her crate, I think. She's also had some basic command classes, which she's not gonna do really well for me right now, but she does know some basic commands. She's great with other dogs, and she's also great with kids. So she's gonna be a really wonderful family dog for sure.
I was gonna say, I bet the kids would love Beauty.
Oh, definitely. I mean, she, as you can see, I mean, she loves giving kisses. When she finally gets a little energy out of her, she loves belly rubs. She will just roll over and lay there for you for as long as you'll rub her belly. And she's just really, really friendly with everybody that she meets, for sure.
She's giving me kisses.
Oh, yeah, she can definitely give kisses. Definitely.
So you guys have a fundraiser coming up, right?
Yep, we do. April 8th from 9 to 11 is our annual walk. Our walk is a little bit different. There's no set time. There's no set distance. All we ask is that once you register, you set up a fundraising page and you raise money to help pets like Beauty and the other ones that we've seen today. And it's really easy. The registration is only $10. Once we get that, you'll get a link to set up your fundraising page, and you just reach out to your friends and family to get their donations. And again, all of those donations help us out. You know, we have a lot of people that do kind of a virtual fundraiser where they don't even come out to the walk. But the walk itself is going to be on the north end of the Campion Trail. And so if people want to come out, they can come and walk by themselves or with a team, or walk their dogs or walk a shelter dog. And we'll have some vendors and music, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But again, it's really just all about the animals here and getting some money for them. If you just go to dfwhumane.com, the first thing you're going to see on the page is a link to register. And it's a wag, walk, and roll.
Wag, rock, and roll.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. Awesome. Well, thanks, Michael. And back to you, Thomas.
All right, JP, thanks a lot. The Animal Care Campus is located at 4140 Valley View Lane. It is open Tuesday through Friday from 11 a.m. until 6 p.m. Then on Saturday, the hours are 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. Also, check out the websites you see on the screen. We are following the developments in the final selection of Irving's police chief, and we will have the latest next time on City Source. Also, it's a moment a lot of people have been waiting to see. Leaders are breaking ground on the Irving Convention Center Hotel. We'll have full coverage of that and a big announcement we are expecting from the Irving Music Factory. Plus, we continue our focus on infrastructure with a look at drainage. We will update the progress on a major project and look at what's next. Email us your thoughts on our stories. The address is ictn@cityofirving.org. We may read some of your messages here on the show, or you can always comment on our videos at youtube.com/thecityofirving. And how about subscribing to our channel while you're there? And that's it for this edition of City Source. We leave you now with the fireworks finale from the statewide parks conference known as TRAPS. Thanks to everyone who is a part of this one, and thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.